Rachel, very nice to be with you here. You are here at the US Chess Cup. How is it to be in Tashkent and like how are you enjoying your role over here?
It's really nice. I haven't had a chance to explore Tashkent yet because there are no rest days. But I think tomorrow morning there's going to be a group of us that wake up super early and I'll get my first taste of the city. But the hotel is really nice. The tournament is really nice. Everyone in the media team is amazing. So I'm so grateful to be here.
And Rachel, you've come a long way. You're coming from the US to here in Uzbekistan. Can you tell our viewers a little bit about your role here in the US Chess Masters?
Yeah. So I am doing post-round interviews. So it is like absolutely a dream come true. I love watching top level chess. So the fact that I can watch the players in real life and then follow the commentary, and then I can just ask the players whatever I want at the end of the game after watching their game. Like if I have, questions about certain moves they made or how they were feeling and stuff like that. So yeah, that's my role. It's like a dream come true for me.
Yeah, that sounds super amazing. Tell us a bit about your journey in chess. Like, where did this love for chess start from?
Oh boy. I how far back do I want to go? I was like maybe 10. My parents didn't know how to play chess or anything like that.
Okay.
But I was just like on a play date with one of my friends and we were really bored and we just went to his like game collection section. And he was like, okay, let's try this one. He pulls out chess and he teaches me how to play. And I think there was some sort of pin or fork or something that he showed me that I was like, whoa, that's really cool. And I was doing gymnastics at the time. And on the door, there was a flyer for chess lessons on the second floor. And I asked my dad, I was like, oh, we should sign up for that. So I ended up like not doing gymnastics anymore and doing some chess. I never really took it too seriously. It was just like one of the extracurriculars I did. But I did it for a few years, maybe like 10 to 13-ish. And then, oh my gosh, this is a long story. But when I was like 16, I wanted a job that, maybe could develop some skill sets rather than just like working at a cafe or something like that. So I started teaching chess. And that's how I started getting back into it. And I started going to tournaments again when I was like 18. And it's been like 5 years now. And yeah, now I'm here.
Yeah, but these are, I think, two entirely different journeys in the sense of you getting your start in chess.
Oh, getting started. Okay.
No, that's fine already. Like I was
Yeah.
coming to that. So yeah, that's really nice. I hope that you're in touch with this friend still who actually taught you.
Yeah.
Like, does he still play chess or?
I think he really just knew how the pieces moved and maybe like some very basic stuff. Yeah, he was not actually a chess player or anything. I got lucky. It was just a random game that he pulled from the list of games. So, yeah.
That's super cool. And then you started playing chess. You started going to tournaments. How did this interest develop for like doing interviews or creating chess content? Because okay, you're doing interviews here, but of course, I think many people would recognize you from your Instagram profile. I think a lot of them follow you. You're a streamer. So how did this content creation arc begin?
It's a good question. When I started getting back into playing, I saw that, I was playing online. I was going to tournaments with friends. And I saw that people were streaming and I was like, well, I'm playing chess online anyway. I might as well stream it. So
this was during the lockdown, perhaps? Or no?
I think summer of 2023 is when I started. So a bit after the lockdown. And just took it slow. I did like one stream a week for like 4 hours or so. And it took me a while to figure out all the gear and everything. And I liked that. So from there, I started streaming a little bit more. I started, posting a stream clip here, a stream clip there. And I really enjoyed it. So I just kept doing it more and more. I graduated from university a year ago. And I think it was the perfect time for me to start because I sort of had the flexibility to stream and be in school at the same time without having the pressure of like, what are you doing for work? Like, what's your job, And fortunately, by the time I finished school, I knew that I wanted to do chess full time if I could. I was making content as much as I could and streaming as much as I could at that point. And I had the flexibility to do it because I was still in school. So I didn't have to get a job right then and there. so yeah, I just loved it. I started doing it more and more, just trying to put myself out there for as many opportunities as possible. I applied for a job at Take. I think it was like early 2025, and it was some like graphic design-esque position, which I do not have much experience in. And after they interviewed me, they were like, okay, you know, maybe not. They didn't say it like this, but they were like, what if instead of this job, you went to freestyle in Vegas and interviewed the players? And I was like, oh my gosh. So that was the first time I did that. I went to Vegas in
There
July.
was this very nice video, I think, of you playing with David Havel.
Yes.
And Levon said that you were David Havel's sister.
Yes, oh, you saw that. Yeah.
I actually thought you're David Howell's sister.
You heard it here first, siblings.
Yeah. that was awesome. So went from never really meeting any of the players to going to freestyle with Take in July and meeting just everyone all at once. And then they invited me to go to Samarkand for the Grand Swiss, and I did a bunch of interviews there. And I think that's how the Ooze Chess crew knew me, and they invited me to come here for a second time in 2 years to Uzbekistan. But yeah, it was just a slow step-by-step process. I would just do a little bit more, see how I liked it, do a little bit more, and then eventually I had to decide, like, okay, do I put all my eggs in one basket and try to go full-time in chess? And I'm really happy I did.
Yeah, I'm grateful you did. I'm sure many of your fans would agree who follow your content. You're doing, I think, quite a few things in chess. You're doing streaming. I believe on Instagram also you're creating some shorts, some nice reels. Here you're doing interviews. Which part of it is most exciting to you?
That's hard to say. I love all of it for sure. Because I'm also playing in tournaments too, and I'm trying to get better at chess. There's not so much time. Surprisingly, people are like, "Oh, you're working in chess. Like, how are you not like 2,000 already?" I'm like, "Well, studying is a little bit different." I think they're different. It's a good question. I've always been someone who likes doing a variety of things. And I feel like the joy of streaming and the joy of interviewing is just, how to say, what do I like the most? I don't know. I don't know what I like the most, actually.
But you're trying out these different fields, and I'm sure you maybe would like to explore even more things in the world of chess. Right now, like, are you also streaming? Okay, maybe during this tournament it's difficult to do because of your duties, but are you still full-time streamer, would you say?
So maybe a month after I graduated last year, a social media internship position came up for chess.com, which was like all the stars were aligning. It was like the perfect time. And I applied for that and I got that. So I was an intern at chess.com until recently, like April. They offered me a full-time position. So first and foremost, I'm working full-time at chess.com. And streaming is for fun whenever I can. I make short form videos for chess.com. So sometimes they're collab with my own channel too. And in my free time, I also try to make some for my own account. And yeah, these interviews are posted on Chess24 as well. So yeah, I'm not a full-time streamer. That would be pretty cool. But yeah, I haven't streamed in a bit because I've been traveling for these events. But yeah, I work full-time at chess.com.
Wow, that's amazing. And like, what exactly does your role with chess.com entail? I know you mentioned making these shorts. Is it like maybe posting on social media in different platforms? Is there something more to it if you can share with us?
Yeah. It's mostly centered around short form media. A lot of it is making shorts or like finding ideas for maybe someone who is more suitable to make that style of content. It's also just like media in general, which events we're going to, maybe there are different ideas to do things with certain players. Hopefully, I am new in my full-time role, and I think me and the team, we're still navigating like how exactly I'm going to fully fill that out in the upcoming time. Hopefully, at least from my point of view, I'd love to do more interviews. I'd love to do more on-site content. Upcoming, I'll be going to my first on-site event as someone working for chess.com exclusively, and that's like my first time doing that. So I'm really excited. If that goes well, I'd like to do more on-site stuff as well. But yeah, just helping manage the socials accounts, helping post on socials is the bulk of what I'm doing. Yeah.
It's pretty interesting to me because my role at ChessBase India myself is quite similar in the sense that I am also managing social media. Okay, I'm doing other things, but the crux of the role is perhaps like sharing content on social media. What part about this role is most exciting to you? Is it the fact that you are getting to share your own excitement about the things which you like with the audience? Is it about spreading awareness? Is it like chasing a high number that I want to reach my post to certain numbers, this and that? Like, if you can share your thought process.
I have a lot of thoughts. The first thought about the numbers is that I never have any idea of how things are going to perform. I don't know if you have the same experience, but like as soon as I think I know, I think something's going to do well and it does terribly, or something I'm like, oh, this is going to do terribly and it does super well. So number wise, I don't think it matters at the end of the day. It's like the why behind what you're doing. I think I'm super grateful to be in a creative space. I feel like with social media, it can be seen as this like, you need to follow the trends and it's like a black hole of and never-ending content, like quantity over quality. But I think on the other end, it's like it's a blank slate. You can be as creative as you like. You can do whatever you want with it, really. And the creative aspect of it is, I absolutely love it, and I've learned so much from it as well. The other side of it is, just like spreading awareness as well. I think I think chess has a lot of stereotypes that are slowly being removed, especially in recent years. I know there are so many, chess is becoming cool, as they say. Like they have all these chess clubs now popping up all over the world where it's super chill. People just go. It's a great place to just meet people, and there's not that stigma of like, competitiveness. Or like you need to be really smart to play chess. So I'm a big advocate for just showing that like anyone can play chess. It's literally just 6 pieces. It's like easy to learn. Anyone can play. You don't need to be smart per se to play chess. So yeah, it's definitely really important to me to sort of show chess to new audiences and just show that it's a really cool game. And I think another part of it is like there are not so many girls in chess also. So I think it's a big thing for me, seeing like how many women watch like the videos that I post on chess.com, for example, and what we can do to sort of get more women into chess through social media and through like slowly destigmatizing things and stuff like that. So yeah.
That sounds amazing. I'm sure more and more women in chess will also be inspired, perhaps, and they can go to different fields in chess, not just playing, maybe content creation, interviews, video editing. I mean, there's so many things you can do. Who did you get inspired by when you started this journey? Was there some creator whose work you followed, whose work you liked at the time?
Versus a specific creator, I'm going to butcher his name. It's spelled Gauri. Gauri. I'm going to say Gauri.
Gauri
Grandmaster. Yes. I really loved his puzzle. I loved his puzzle videos. I would watch his puzzle videos, and they were always so, like, the way he was able to phrase it like perfectly captured the excitement behind the position and how beautiful it was. I've always been more of a like, how would you say? Like chess can be seen in from many different angles. Like it can be seen like as a sport, the competitive aspect, or like as an art when people like, there are just chess composers, for example. And I've definitely really appreciated the beauty aspect of chess. And I feel like Gauri does a really good job of showcasing these really beautiful puzzles. And the way he describes it is just amazing. So yeah, I would watch his videos a lot. I feel like he was definitely a person who inspired me. And yeah, I think also it was just nice to come at it with the mindset of like I could, I didn't necessarily need to have, or when I started, my brain's going all over. When I started, I thought like, is there any big creator that I want to be like? And I couldn't necessarily put my finger on it exactly. Because, I was like, okay, I could be channeling my energy into different, not necessarily chess. Maybe I should do something else. And then I realized like the beauty of being a creator is like you can create your own path. You can do literally whatever you want with content creation. You can be whoever you want. You can, and just that like was very exciting to me as well, rather than like seeing someone and I'm like, I want to be just like them. It's like, why don't I just like carve my own path kind of, and yeah.
Yeah, and I'm sure you're doing that, and that's all lovely to know. One final question: you mentioned you are from LA in USA. If you can share with us a little bit about the chess scene there, and like how are you feeling there in the sense of playing tournaments, content creation? How is it over there?
My mindset of it is actually a bit more skewed today than it was, let's say, like a few days ago, because I had some conversations with people here in Uzbekistan, and I hear what the tournament scene is like here, and it's very different than LA. There are a lot of tournaments in LA. I think there are chess clubs basically every night somewhere in LA. I mean, LA is huge also. If you're willing to drive, there are not tournaments every night, like clubs every night. So there is a robust chess scene, I would say, in LA. It's pretty nice. Yeah, it's no St. Louis, no Charlotte, but those are very, very special places. But I do think there is a lot of opportunity in chess in LA. I think like some of the big creators live there. Big creators in general also live there. There's a channel called Coffee Chess that's been around for a while, and they meet up in this secret nice spot in LA this cafe every Saturday and Sunday. So I would go there sometimes starting out as well, meeting some of the LA trash talkers. So yeah, there's a lot of opportunities in LA. It's pretty nice for chess.
It's amazing to hear, and I know I said a final question, but
it's okay. Yeah.
But one thing I have to ask. The way, as you mentioned, you have carved your own path. You have sort of went on a journey of content creation where you're not necessarily trying to emulate someone, but rather create your own way. I believe it's the same with content creation in the sense of interviews and shorts as well. Maybe something you would like to say to especially women in chess who are starting to who are trying to get their way in. What would you tell them regarding content creation and the world you are in right now?
Regarding content creation, or regarding like just playing chess or going to chess tournaments?
Like your experiences, what will you share to them? Like what would be something you would say to them which would motivate them to come play chess? Or like just be in the chess world, is what I would like to say.
I have so many thoughts on this. I feel like I'm just gonna talk forever, or I need to figure out how to consolidate them. I've thought quite a bit about like why there are not so many women in chess, and also like why there are no women in the top 100, for example. I think a big part of it is often, from my experience, and I think basically most women in chess could say this, usually when you go to a chess club or a chess tournament, you are the only girl, or if you're lucky, one of the only girls. And chess aside, if you're just in an environment where you're the only girl, it's not a great social environment. It's hard to make friends because, even let's say you find someone, you try to make friends with them, it's, the dynamic, it's a bit ambiguous. It's like, oh, if you're talking a lot to this one guy, like maybe you're interested in them or something like that. And there's always that like ambiguity, which just makes it very, very hard socially. I think as the only girl, it's just not a good time socially if you're the only girl, unfortunately. Maybe if you're like going with your boyfriend or something like that, it's different. And I think that's a big reason why it's really hard you have to go to a chess event in spite of that. Whereas, you know, it would be nice if you could go because it's fun, like the environment is fun. So I think I didn't have any female friends in chess until I started streaming.
Oh, wow.
And then basically, well, I had one as a kid, but like, yeah, once I started out, like I was the only girl mostly. I would go to like my chess club at university and I was the only girl, or maybe there was one other girl there. And then once I started streaming, that's how I made my female friends in chess. And now when I go to tournaments, I go to tournaments with other streamers, and all of the female streamers kind of become friends with each other and form our own friend group. And that's kind of how I found my community in chess, is through streaming. So streaming is a great way to make friends as a girl in chess. If I guess a message, oh my gosh, I'm talking myself. I wish I had thought about this before. I think, I guess just understanding when you go to a tournament and maybe you didn't have such a good time, or a club and you didn't have such a good time, breaking down why that is, because I think oftentimes it's probably just because you're the only girl, or just because there's not so many girls, and disassociating that from the game itself. And then if you just push through, you'll eventually meet other girls. And if you have a group of girls that you can go to tournaments with, it's an absolute game changer. Like even for me, I would know, like, you know, there would be a tournament in Las Vegas, for example, and it's too expensive for me to go and have my own room, but I don't know any other girls going. So then it becomes complicated. It's like, okay, am I going to room with some guys? Like, it's a little bit weird. So stuff like that makes it a bit hard. So I think just understanding, not attaching the game with the social awkwardness, I guess, is something I would say. But I wish I had a direct message, like, keep going, or like, you know, we need more women in chess, so stay in it. Yeah, just trying your best to find friends. I think if you have even just one other female friend in chess, it makes all the difference in staying in it, motivating each other, keeping the love for the game.
That's amazing to hear. I'm sure this would be very helpful for many of the people listening in. Thank you so much, Rachel, for this interview, and wishing you all the best in your content journey and like everything you do in life.
Thank you.